Hye Kyo was just caught on camera in a moment that has completely shaken the K-drama world, because every single time Lee Min-ho is anywhere near her, she simply cannot control her smile, and fans are now convinced this is the strongest proof yet that something very real and very deep is happening between them. This is not a casual smile, not a polite celebrity expression, and definitely not something done for the cameras. This is raw, uncontrollable happiness, the kind that takes over a person's entire face before they even realize what's happening, and the cameras caught every single second of it. Minkyo shippers are officially in full meltdown mode because what's surfacing right now doesn't look like acting, promotion, or fan service at all. It looks like a woman who is so deeply in love that her own face betrays her no matter how hard she tries to stay composed. Every time Lee Min-ho speaks, Hye Kyo's eyes light up. Every time he laughs, her lips curve into a soft smile she doesn't even try to hide. Every time he enters the room, her entire energy changes, and this pattern has been repeating across different locations, different days, and completely different situations, which is why fans say this can no longer be explained away as coincidence. Hye Kyo is one of the most experienced and controlled actresses in the Korean entertainment industry, someone who has spent more than 2 decades perfecting not only her acting but also her public image, and yet around Lee Min-ho, that control completely disappears. Cameras have caught her smiling without realizing she's being filmed, blushing when he says something simple, leaning in instinctively when he speaks quietly, and reacting to his presence in a way that feels natural, automatic, and deeply emotional. This is why fans are saying this isn't a rumor anymore. This is visible proof written all over her face. At public events where she usually maintains elegance and composure, her expressions shift the moment Lee Min-ho appears. One viral clip shows her standing in a room full of celebrities, wearing her usual calm expression, until her eyes land on Min-ho across the room. In that exact second, her face transforms. Her eyes soften, her smile spreads naturally, and for a brief moment, she forgets where she is. She even bites her lips slightly, as if trying to stop herself from smiling too much, but she can't. The happiness is already there, overflowing. When Min-ho notices her looking at him and smiles back, her reaction becomes even more obvious. Her shoulders relax, her posture turns toward him, and it's clear that in that moment, nothing else matters. People around them notice it too. Heads turn. Glances are exchanged. The room reads the situation instantly. This is not scripted. This is not planned. This is 2 people emotionally connected in a very real way. Another piece of footage that sent fans into chaos comes from a private dinner setting where Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho were sitting with friends. Someone discreetly recorded the moment, and while the invasion of privacy is unfortunate, the footage revealed something incredibly genuine. Throughout the entire video, Hye Kyo is smiling. When Min-ho talks, she watches him with warmth. When he listens to her, she smiles while speaking. When he reaches for a glass of water to pour for her, she smiles again. Even the smallest moments, like their hands brushing accidentally, trigger soft smiles and quiet laughter. This isn't loud, exaggerated behavior. It's subtle, intimate, and deeply emotional. Fans immediately pointed out that this is exactly how people act when they are completely comfortable and deeply in love, especially when they are not aware of cameras. What makes this even more powerful is that this doesn't look like new relationship excitement. This looks like sustained affection. The kind of love that doesn't fade after the honeymoon phase, but instead grows calmer, deeper, and more secure over time. Paparazzi photos from a movie theater outing added even more fuel to the fire. In every single image, Hye Kyo is smiling while walking beside Lee Min-ho. Sometimes she's looking directly at him, smiling at his words. Sometimes she's looking forward, but still smiling because of something he just said. In one photo, she's caught mid-laugh, completely relaxed, unaware of cameras, and totally at ease. Her body language says everything. She walks close to him, occasionally touching his arm, showing a level of comfort she doesn't usually display in public. Fans compared these photos to her appearances with other co-stars over the years, and the difference is impossible to ignore. With others, she is professional, polite, and composed. With Min-ho, she is warm, open, and emotionally present. Even at the airport, where stress, exhaustion, and crowds usually drain any remaining energy, Hye Kyo still smiles when she looks at Lee Min-ho. In one clip, she appears tired, clearly jet-lagged, but the moment he turns toward her and checks if she's okay, her expression softens and she smiles automatically. This is what fans say is the most telling detail. When someone can still make you smile even when you're exhausted and overwhelmed, that connection runs deep. Body language experts have weighed in on these moments, explaining that the smiles Hye Kyo shows around Lee Min-ho are what's known as genuine emotional smiles, involving both the mouth and the muscles around the eyes, something that cannot be faked consciously. These expressions appear spontaneously, linger naturally, and repeat consistently whenever Min-ho is present. According to experts, this indicates authentic happiness and emotional comfort, not performance. Fans have taken things even further by creating compilation videos comparing Hye Kyo's expressions at events without Lee Min-ho versus when he's present. The contrast is striking. Without him, she is graceful, calm, and professional. With him, she glows. Her eyes sparkle. Her smiles are bigger and more frequent. Her posture relaxes. She looks younger, lighter, and happier. It's like watching two versions of the same person, and the only difference is Lee Min-ho's presence. This comparison has emotionally destroyed fans because it visually confirms everything they suspected. This isn't shipping imagination. This isn't wishful thinking. This is emotional transformation happening in real time. Fans who have followed Hye Kyo's journey through past relationships, heartbreaks, public scrutiny, and intense media pressure feel deeply invested in her happiness. Seeing her this joyful, this open, and this genuinely content makes them emotional because it feels like she has finally found a love that makes her feel safe and truly seen. In an industry where relationships are often hidden, managed, or even manufactured, witnessing something that feels this real is rare. That's why this story has resonated far beyond gossip. It's not just about two famous actors. It's about seeing real human emotion break through years of careful image control. For Minkyo shippers, this smile evidence feels like ultimate validation. Every look they analyzed, every moment they believed was special, every connection they felt was real, now has visible proof. Hye Kyo's face tells the story she never needed to confirm with words. Love doesn't always need announcements. Sometimes it shows up in smiles you can't hide, in eyes that light up without permission, and in moments where the world fades away just because one person is near. And if you enjoyed this deep, emotional breakdown of Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho's undeniable chemistry, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications, because more Minkyo updates are coming, and you absolutely do not want to miss what happens next.